work from home day today. It's my last one. It's been nice kind of transition. I've been actually relatively busy, which is good. Today is gonna be wash the coveralls day. It's supposed to be almost 60 degrees, so it's a good day to wash coveralls and gloves and things like that. Come on, Bear. Kitties spent the night outside. I have not checked on Shrub. My guess is she hasn't left the barn. I'm just hoping she's not pooping in my milk barn. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she did. She pooped over there in the corner. She gathered herself up some sawdust. We're gonna have to kick her out. Good morning. How's everybody? Bernie's taking a nap in the sun. All right. Is everybody ready for breakfast? It's going to take some work to convince this one to leave this milk room. Definitely warming up to things. Here you go. It's just so quiet out here, guys, other than animal noises. I have just really enjoyed no railroad noise. It's gonna be really hard to go back to work tomorrow because it's just so nice being home. Oh, Toonie, you take good morning. Let's have breakfast. Good morning. Is it breakfast? Go. I don't really understand why the boys have decided to quit eating this week. We only want to eat the pig's food. It's very strange. No, buddy, gotta stay in. Go eat. A whole bowl full of food. Staying here looking at me and want something else. I don't really understand it. What do you guys think? Is it time to go out for the day? I thought today, there's so many of you guys who are new, and I keep getting a lot of the same questions in the comments. So I thought we would do kind of an introduction to all of our animals today. I thought I would tell you everybody's name, why they're in what pen, so that you guys who are new can get to know everybody. So thought we would do that so you guys can know everybody's name, know how long we've had everybody, and kind of answer some general questions about our animals. Hopefully that will help some of you new guys get to know us a little bit better. Time to come out. Giraffe's head is doing better. It is. You can see that's what's left of her horn. It'll grow back. The Algae Shield worked really well. She's totally fine. I will tell you everybody in the order of how they came to the farm. So this is Daisy, our Nubian goat. She was my very first goat. We bought her in 2015. So she's 5 years old. She'll be 6 in March. She was just like 4 or 5 weeks old with her brother Marvin, who was a wether. Excuse me, you're really the OG, aren't you? So that's Daisy. She was a bottle baby, and that's why she normally is so attached at the hip to me. So this is Twizzler, was the next goat that we bought. She was my first Nige. She came a couple of months after Daisy. They were born like right together, but we got Twiz after she was weaned. So she's also 6 this spring. She was the first goat to ever have babies on the farm. She was not a bottle baby, but she's very friendly. Let's see, who was next? Pixie was Twiz's second round of babies. So her name is Pixie Stick. She was our first baby that we kept on the farm, and she has blue eyes because we used to have a blue-eyed buck. So Pixie will be 4 in March, April. Who is next? Zelda and Cece. Cece's name is actually Cookies and Cream, but we call her Cece. She's the same age as Twiz and Daisy. She'll be 6 in the spring. We bought her from a breeder already pregnant 2 years after we bought Twiz and Daisy. So she's been here since 2017. We've had her for 3 years. She came from the same breeder as Zelda, and we bought them together. So this is Zelda. Also had her for 3 years. She's also 6 years old. We did not name anybody but Daisy. Out of all these guys, Daisy's the first one that we named, and Pixie Sick has Twizzler Candy. So this is Zelda. Then we got Bunny. Bunny's registered name is actually Kibo, and she came from somebody that lived kind of in our neighborhood that was getting out of goats, and they come from Gardening Goats. Zelda and Cece are from Cadron Hill, which is a pretty big breeder in our area. And then Gardening Goats retired, but they were pretty well-known breeders in the Nigerian dwarf goat circle from Missouri. This is Kibo, or Bunny is what we call her, because she looks like a little white rabbit. And she is also 6 years old. So those are all those goats that are all about the same age. I have to go find Nani because she's run off. So Nani's name is Kanani, Kibo Kanani. Also a gardening goat, bought with Bunny and Bean, who's one of our bucks, and we'll talk about the bucks after we get through all the girls. So this is Nani. Oh, it's dark, we can't see you. There you are. She is such a sweetie, very laid back. Also gardening goat. She's 5, she's a year younger. And so our next one would be Poppy. Poppy is 3/4 Nigerian, 1/4 Nubian. Daisy's her grandma. So Daisy's only baby was Violet, and Violet had Poppy. Poppy is 2. This will be her first year to freshen. Her mom was a mini Nubian, which is half Nigerian, half Nubian. We really thought we wanted minis for a long time, but we've gotten to where I really just love the Niges. Those are all the animals that we bought. So Nani and Bunny and Bean were the last goats, girl goats that we bought. Everybody else has been born here on the farm. So Tinkerbell, we 2 in April. Yes, she's very tiny. She was the runt out of a set of quintuplets. Cece, little black and white, is her mom. She was very tiny. I'll link the video in the corner all about Tink and her story. This is about as big as she's gonna get, so she's just yard art. So this is Padme, like from Star Wars, because her dad is Luke Skywalker. Padme's 2. She's hopefully gonna freshen for the first time this year. Padme is Bunny's daughter. So it's a gardening goat, and then Luke is from a whole different herd, and so he's added some genetics from another local breeder down in Fort Smith that we got him. We'll talk about him in a minute. Pepper is about 6 months old, a little older, like 8 months old, was born in March. Pepper is Nani's. He's a wether. We call him little pepperoni sometimes. Pepper we thought was possibly blind or somehow disabled when he was little. He really struggled. I still think he probably has some kind of visual impairment. So that was why he was weathered and kept here as a pet, and for a buddy for Nani, who's kind of one of my lower goats on the totem pole. So Fern was born in April out of Pixie. This is our sweet Fernie. We'll breed her hopefully this summer for fall babies. And then my Rugrats are my last 3 that we have out here, are this fall's babies. Some of you guys are here because of them. So these are Zelda's babies. We're trying to move some of our girls to a fall breeding so that we're gonna have milk year round. We didn't milk this fall because of the move, but our hope long term is to have milk all year. Now with my heated barn, my barn's gonna have heat. It's gonna be more enclosed and warmer. I think that's gonna be more of a possibility. So these guys were born on Halloween this year. They're gonna go to their new homes probably this weekend, next weekend, depending on when their families can pick them up. We named them Hocus Pocus names. So Binks, Max, and Billy, our little Halloween babies. That's this crew. Let's go over here to the pig pen. I've raised a Nigerian dwarf goat, but Daisy's a Nubian. This is Waffles. Waffles is Fern's sibling. He is an intact male. He's also really flashy and has blue eyes, has a great personality. So he's Pixie, a Pixie-Luke combination. This is Link. Link is a wether, so he's a neutered male. He's just in here to be Waffles' buddy. We get that question a lot. So Waffles is intact. He can't stay out with the girls because we don't want any pregnancies that we don't need. He is not quite big enough to go in with my big boys yet. They would just terrorize him. They would. So that's why he's in here with the pigs. Not quite ready to be in with the big boys. Needs to be away from the girls. Link is our wether. He was one of Zelda's babies several years ago. I think he's 2. I think he and Padme came out of the same round of babies. Very sweet. Was a buddy for Bean until we got Luke. So that's his job, is to just be Buck's friend. He was in with our Bucks before, but they mount him constantly and made him sick. And so he moved back in with the girls until Waffles came along. Yes, I know, you're pretty. You are, you're so sweet. So these are our 2 breeding pair pigs. We're hoping Toonie is pregnant for February babies so that we can have piglets with the hopes of being able to raise our own pork. They're Cooney pigs. I have a whole video on them. I'll link in the corner for you so you can kind of learn about their breed and what we plan to do with them. This is Pork Chop. Pork Chop is like 3 or 4. Toonie is about 1.5 years old. Her name is actually Petunia Pig, but we call her Toonie for short. They're great. They don't root too badly and totally turn your grass over. They're grass-fed pigs. They're very smart, very sweet and docile, which is why we like them. But again, you can watch the whole video on them. You need a butt scratch. Yes. I need all the scratches, Mom. And these are our bucks. So these are male breeding goats. They're here to breed our girls. So this is Luke Skywalker, our Star Wars goat. We love his color, his beard, and his genetics are very good. And this is Bean. His registered name is Jib Bean, but we call him Bean for short, or Beano. Bean's our other herd sire. We've actually had him longer. He is 4, Luke is 4, both about the same age. Bean is a gardening goat. We got him when we got Nani and Bunny. Also have had them for 3 years, be 4 years this year. We've really been pleased with them. So that's all the goats and all the pigs and their names. And then we have 3 cats and a dog. So Duke, our dog, is a Great Pyrenees. He's 6 years old. He's getting to be an old man. We're nap taking, aren't we? And then we have 3 cats that were all strays, basically, that adopted us. Shrub, who is our orange tabby. So that's shrub, like a bush. I know that sounds really weird. A lot of you guys get their names confused because it's hard to understand me. It's not your fault, it's my fault. We have a calico cat named Shadow, who is very feral. You couldn't get near her until she had kittens, and we've sort of tamed her a little bit. And then Dottie is our little black and white kitten, who was one of Shadow's kittens. So those are all the residents I'm Claire, my husband's Jeremy. All the funny farm residents, at least for today. There's not a goat in here. They know it's too early for dinner. It's funny. Dottie's gonna come in the barn. I don't know what to do. I guess we'll set the camera up and hope they come running in. I know. So funny, they all look so thin, like not sick thin, just like more svelte because they're not eating hay. The pregnant ones look thick, but like this one looks thin, not like wormy thin, just thin because she didn't have hay belly. That's one of those funny things about winter is everybody looks real fluffy and fat because they're all eating hay. My pregnant ones all still look thick, but they don't look hay belly thick. It's just funny to me because I'm just so used to them being so big this time of year. And they're all svelte because they're out here eating all this awesome winter grass.